Yes, I have to recognize that even I myself was trapped into the mentality of looking wealthy when I didn't even have an emergency fund in place in case of a rainy day. What if instead of focusing on trying to look wealthy, we put that effort into actually becoming wealthy? Hello, my family from YouTube. Welcome to the channel. If you are new to the channel, hello. This channel is all about my experience, personal development, living a simple life, financial education, and going to the next level with a lot of stuff, side gigs, a lot of things we do here in this channel. So if any of these topics interest you, please subscribe and give me a like as it will really help the channel grow. If you are an old subscriber, hi, I'm so glad you are returning to the channel. Thank you so much. The solution to the problem is finding what is the root of the problem. Is it maybe because you're having too much month at the end of the money, like Dave Ramsey says? Maybe yes. But in today's video, I just want to share with you 9 reasons that will keep you broke. Of course, you want to be away from those 9 reasons. So stay to the end of the video so that you know what you shouldn't be doing. First reason, your bills are exceeding the amount of money you have as an income at the end of the month. So you're putting that excess of bills on credit. This is a problem because if at the end of the month you don't have enough money to pay your bills, that means something is wrong in your budgeting. Yes, you have to recalculate your budget for the month and see the areas that you need to maybe cut off or not take as a priority. Second reason, you can't afford your new car. I am so sorry, maybe you're going to hate me for this one, but you cannot afford your new car. The average car payment for a lease car, a loan payment for a car is around $700 and around $525 for an used car. Imagine that. And I'm not even talking about the insurance. $700 for a car is a lot of money you have to take out from your budget every single month. Do you need a new car right now? Or maybe you can use that money for something else. Every time you're going to make a decision, make sure you're actually consciously thinking the results and the future stress, everything in between, because it can really affect. Sometimes we go to the dealership to buy a car and it just feels right, but sometimes feeling right is not always a good answer. You have to go with what's realistic for you. If you make a monthly income of around $2,500 or $3,000, how are you going to take a car that is around $700 to $800 a month? That is a lot of money that is being wasted on a car. And yes, you may say, okay, but I need a car. Yes, you need a car, but you do not need a $700 car. There's a lot of way that you can go when it comes to buying a car. You have to go for what you can afford, not to what looks nice and what's going to impress your friends. It's something to take in consideration. Paying a lot on car insurance. I already spoke about the hit and the impact that having a new car loan has on your budget. But let's talk about insurance because we were just talking about the car. Full cover insurance can cost around $285 to $365, which is a lot of money from your budget already. Imagine having a car of $700 and adding that to that a $350 car insurance. That's $1,000 just on a car. Multiply that monthly payment for the amount of time that you're going to be making payments towards the car, which is usually 35 to 68 months. That is crazy. Just thinking about it makes me nervous. And if you do have a car that you own right now, make sure that you are looking for a good car quote. Don't go for whatever you see first. There's a lot of car insurances that you can look around, especially if you own your own car. If you have a lease car and you need full coverage, it's a little different. But for those that have their own car, look around. Search around for different quotes. There's a lot of ways that you can decrease the payments on the car insurance, like taking the defensive course class, which gives you like 10% off your insurance. And there's a lot of other options that you can actually ask a representative to help you with once you go with whichever insurance you prefer. but look for different ones. Don't go for the first one you see. Number four, not budgeting correctly. You're gonna tell me, yes, Isa, I know everything at the end of the month. I don't really need to write it down. Let me tell you something, my friend. You do need to write it down. You don't know nothing. People tell me that they have everything in the top of their head. I just know instantly that they have no money goals in their life. But for you, money to have future, you have to have an assignment to it. And the only way that you're going to give an assignment to your money is a budget. Because with a budget, you tell your money where to go. Each money, each dollar has an assignment. How are you going to put an assignment if everything is in the top of your head? Or don't tell me that you just go by a budget and whatever is the rest is savings. You have to have an assignment for your money in order for your money to know what it's doing, what it's going to do, what is the purpose. At the top of a list, you put how much is your monthly income. In the bottom of the list, you list your expenses, your subscription, your rent, everything you spend money on throughout the month, including those coffees in Dunkin' Donuts, including your gas, including the money you spend on your daughter every Friday for school snacks. All of that has to be on your budget. You don't know where your money goes. The amount of people that have told me in the past year, I don't know where my money go. I don't know where I do. Yes, you know what you do with your money. I saw you eating sushi every single Friday. So I guess of course I know every time your friends want to go out, you go out because you're the one that has to be there. My friend, you know where your money goes. And I don't want to be rude because maybe I did it in the past before, not like that, but yes, I did it too. We're not perfect. Offers are always going to be there. Stores are always going to be there. Your money is not always going to be there because you have to stop spending on this corporation that just want to take away your money. Yes, they don't care how you make your money. They don't care how many hours you have to work, the headaches you have to go through every single day in order to make those dollars. They do not care. So please, you care about your income, care about your money. Number six, overspending on groceries. I'm not saying that you have to have everything figured out by the first or second month. Maybe it's going to take 3 months for you to figure it out how much exactly you spend on groceries. But when you go to the grocery store, please don't be taking everything you see in everywhere in every line. You depends if you follow a nutrition plan or whatever, you should know what are you expected to eat in the morning, in the lunchtime, and the dinner or snacks. So you should have an idea of what are the things that you're going to be buying at the store. If you have kids, the snack that they need for school, etc. Grocery shopping every week, then divide that into four, so that's weekly, and that is how you're doing. Try to save your bags so that you don't have to buy bags every time you go to the grocery store and things like that. Make sure you're taking notes on what you're spending every month, every week, so that you can divide that. And at the end of 3 months, you already have an idea of what your expenses for the month on groceries are. Not rely on only one single income stream. A lot of people have different point of view when it comes to having different stream of incomes because some of us are single mothers, some of us are married, some of us we are very busy with only one job that acts like two jobs in one. You can have a side gig maybe on weekends or think about what could be your second job or freelancing at home, anything that you can do, anything that you know how to do. Try to do some work here and there because relying on one job is putting all your eggs in one basket because we don't know. With all of the certainty that happened last year, between last year and the year before that, it's crazy. And we just got to be ready for whatever. Number eight, the wrong use of credit cards. My friends, we think of credit cards like, oh my God, I got a credit card. I got a good credit score. That's why I got I got a lot of credit cards. Banks love me. They know. I want you to know that banks, in case you did not know, banks, they study human behavior very well. So they know exactly how we behave towards money, especially people that have no control. They know that if they give someone a credit card, already know this behavior, so that's why they do it. they give somebody that has no control of the money a credit card, the first thing they're gonna do is buy things that they can afford. Buy stuff that they don't have the cash to buy. That's why they use the credit card. And of course, by buying an item that they cannot afford, they're gonna put that balance on the card and let it sit there for a very long time. And that is wonderful for the credit card companies because they're gonna charge you, hit you with interest. They give you all these offers, not annual fee, not interest for the first year. Of course, it's convenience so that you can add more balance to the credit card and raise your balance up so they can hit you with all that interest rate at the end of the year when your interest rate offer expires and they hit you back with all the interest that you haven't paid. That's how they work. But they're smart. They don't lose. Be very careful. Credit cards are a trick, and I am talking from my honest experience. I had nobody to tell me about credit cards, so I have to, learn the hard way. And I know after a lot of research, I have done how they work and how they manipulate your brain so that you think you're getting a good deal, but you're not. Yeah, you're not. You better off all of that. If you're not into credit cards, great. And if you are into credit cards, try to get rid of them as soon as possible. Try to pay them off as soon as possible. You do not want to have that burden. You do not want to have those monsters behind you every single month eating your paycheck. And the reason number nine, because you don't have no goal for your money. And I think I mentioned this before in other categories that I mentioned, but having no goals for your money is like pretending that something great is going to happen to you without doing absolutely anything. That's insanity. So make sure that you put goals for your future, for your finances. Because with no goals, you're going to feel like you're working, working, working for absolutely nothing. What is your goal? Have a goal, even if it's not a like actual very long term goal, but 5, 7, 8 years goal with your money. Why are you working? Ask yourself these questions. Why am I working? What is my purpose? What do I want to do? What do I want to achieve in 5 years? Why am I working so hard? Why am I going to save money? Why do I want to pay my debts? These are things that you have to ask yourself because with that is going to come the answer to your questions. This being said, it is possible to change your financial situation if you only focus on what is correct for you. If you only focus on getting done little goals, little by little, every single day, staying consistent and not letting the noises of other stupid people that just want to take your money away disturb you. Subscribe to the channel, like this video, and leave comments below. I always read them. I'm so happy you are here, and I will see you in the next video.